That's an airplane. Hello! Will I be hopping on the bandwagon of rating my Animal Crossing villagers? Yes! And I like to mention that I haven't actually hated any of my villagers yet. There's been 2 that have asked to move off of my island and I let them go, but I haven't had to kick anyone off yet, so let's hope that stays the same. But I think I'm just too nice of a person to even hate any of them. I dislike some of them, but I don't hate them. Hate is a very strong word. And also, New Horizons is the first Animal Crossing game I've played, and I'm having an amazing time to it. I might also be slightly addicted to it, but it's going great. Let's get started. Okay, so at number 10, we have Peggy. This girl likes to gossip a lot, sometimes a little too much. She wants to be a pop star, but I've never heard her sing before. I've tried putting what's it called, like a tape player in front of her, and literally nothing. She just walks by it like it doesn't exist. So I don't understand why becoming a pop singer is her dream. And low-key, I just wanted to get her because she just reminded me of Peppa the Pig. So if anyone had to go first, it would probably be her. Next up at number 9, we have Elvis. Elvis just moved in, so I don't know too much about him, but I do know that he's an absolute king. I'm hoping to get him one of the little crowns from the shop, which I know is a ton of money, but it's gonna happen. I also call him Mr. Fancy Pants because if you walk into his house, it's literally covered in gold and marble and rich stuff. I really hope that he starts making stuff and giving me recipes because I need to have that furniture. He's trying really hard to be a citizen, which is really, really sweet. I can see he's trying and I appreciate that. Sometimes he just walks out in normal clothes, like a normal t-shirt and glasses. It's very, very cute. I also heard that he's inspired by the Cowardly Lion from The Wizard of Oz, and I can see the resemblance. At number 8, we have Keane. Keane is a car boy, so if you walk into his house, he probably has, I think, about 3 or 4 race car beds set up, which is really, really cute. And then he also has gas pumps and a wallpaper that makes it look like he's in a car garage. He's always the first person to show up at a birthday party, which is very, very sweet. He's friends with everyone and wishes to be a movie star. And the movie star aspect kind of gives him a really, really big head, which is his biggest downfall. Because nobody likes a person with a big ego. We get it. We know you're handsome. We know that you're really good at everything. But there's no need to shove it in everyone's faces. So that's probably what I hate. Oh, don't use the word hate. What the factor that I dislike most about Keane. There we go. Those are the right words. At number 7, we have Melba. Melba is so freaking adorable. She's probably the definition of pure and wholesome. She's a bookworm and likes to read a lot and goes to sleep very early, which I'm very jealous about. I can't really do that. She's very, very shy, so she's very introverted, and she likes to cook a lot. 10 out of 10 would snuggle again. She's just very, very cute, and not gonna lie, she kind of reminds me of myself. I mean, except for the reading part and the going to sleep early, I'm very introverted and I'm trying to work on cooking and stuff. And also we're both very, very adorable. We're exactly the same. Number 6, we have Cherry. Cherry was one of my starter villagers, and she's literally an e-girl. Just look at that mascara and that ear piercing. How can she not be? And the reason why I called her an e-girl is because if I was to call her goth, that wouldn't really apply. Because if you go into her house, it's very, very bright. I wouldn't have expected that from her. But she's super, super sassy, super cute, and she's not letting anyone get in her way. I stan her. She also calls me babe, which isn't her initial catchphrase. That's the catchphrase I gave her, but it suits her character a lot. And she definitely enjoys making TikToks. Number 5 is Gladys. Gladys is a little Japanese gal. She hangs out in the Zen garden I made, which I really appreciate because that took hours to make. She has the most outfits out of anyone, so the biggest closet. Even just starting out, she had so many clothes, and I continue to give her all of my Japanese clothing to this day. Her winged eyeliner, can you see that, is absolutely perfect. I'm very, very jealous. And she's best friends with Melba. If Melba is the introverted person in the friend group, Gladys is the extroverted person in the friend group, and they hang out a lot. Gladys tries to get her out of the house. They go on picnics, they look at flowers, all that good stuff. And I'm very, very happy that Gladys is there for her, because I don't know what would happen to Melba if she wasn't there, but yeah. Very, very cute. I love her a lot. Next up, we have Harry. Harry is definitely an old man. He tries to stay hip with the kids and calls me kiddo a lot. He talks about technology too. He always asks me how to use a cell phone, like a regular grandpa should. Oh, there was one time when he tried to teach one of my, like, I don't know what personality type it is, but like one of my innocent villagers, how to use colorful language, which was a very interesting experience. So basically Harry was trying to teach one of my villagers how to say, what else? Oh yeah, he reminds me a lot of my own grandpa in just the way he acts and the way he talks, and he likes fishing and sings a lot. Like, I think he started singing like a few weeks ago, and ever since he started, he just doesn't stop. Number 3, we've got Biddy. Biddy is a little old lady. She's a fashionista and makes her own clothes, and she also owns a wheelchair for some reason in her house. Like, I did not give her that wheelchair. It's just there. Hope she's okay. She reminds me of my own grandma. May she rest in peace. But she's definitely married to Harry. Like, even though they live in separate houses, they argue all the time like an old married couple, which is very, very hilarious to watch. But yeah, number 2. This is very hard to decide who would get number 2 and number 1, but number 2 is Jeremiah. Oh, he baby. Oh, he big baby. He can't stop talking about food. He literally always talks about wanting food, eating food, holding food, literally anything to do with food. He calls me Spud, so he literally calls me Potato, and he collects umbrellas instead of using them. He treats rainy days like bath days, and like, look at his little face. Look at his little dimples. Like, how could you not love that? He's so adorable. And finally, the moment you've all been waiting for. Who is at number 1? I wonder who. And to be honest, trying to like decide who was gonna get number 1 was very hard because I really wanted Jeremiah to be number 1, but then I forgot about this guy, and I don't understand how I could forget about this guy. But let's see who got number 1. Drum roll, please. There's probably a sound effect in there somewhere. Bamm. So, the reason why I put Bamm at number 1 is because he's inspired after Bambi, which is probably one of the very first Disney films I've ever seen. He's one of my OG villagers too. He was a starting villager right next to Cherry. His catchphrase that I gave him is Twinkle Toes, as inspired by Avatar, and he's a jock villager, so he's a very, very strong boy despite his noodle-looking arms, and everyone literally wants to be him. Like, everyone steals his catchphrases, everyone steals his nicknames for me. It's kind of unfair, but like literally no one can be Bamm. And to describe his whole personality, he's literally just Sokka from Avatar. He's an older brother, he wants to keep me safe, basically checks in on me all the time, gives me recipes, gives me clothes, all that good stuff. And he's just always been there for me since the beginning, and I appreciate him a lot. And he's also very, very, very adorable. Now, for some honorable mentions, these are the 2 villagers who moved out early on in my island development. So honorable mentions go to Big Top and Flora. So I think the very first person to move out was Flora. The reason why I let her go was because she was really, really cute, but she was also unoriginal. Because Peggy was there before her, and they're the exact same personality types, being peppy villagers. So since Peggy was there longer, I kind of want to just get rid of Flora because I didn't want to have 2 peppy villagers on my island, because that would kind of I didn't want to have 2 drama queens on my island, basically. She also only had flamingos in her house, which is very, very strange, but then she also had an interactive floor, so I thought that was cool. Next, for Big Top, the reason why I let him go was because I just couldn't do a lot with him, sadly. Like, whenever you try to give him clothes, like a hat or such, he just would never take off his helmet, so he would just wear the hat over it. And then also, it's very hard to match with green, because if you see the green on his arms, that's not part of his shirt, that's just part of him. So it's like, you couldn't really match anything with that. Very difficult. But he did want to be Dumbo. Like, he always flew around, or pretended to fly around my island, and his best friends were bugs. Oh, shoot. That's it, I guess, for my ranking system. I guess that's what you call it. I'm hoping to do an island tour later on. That might not come for a while because I'm trying to move my rocks right now, so there's a bunch of mannequins lying around. And I'm the person who does not want to time travel. I'm trying to stick to how the game should be played and stuff like that. But if I lose my patience, I probably might time travel. But for now, no time traveling. And just to give you like a little hint into what my island looks like, it's like Markiplier themed. So it's like the Markiplier universe theme, which is really cool. Let me know what villagers you guys have, because I'm curious to see what other ones are out there. Because like I said, New Horizons is the very first Animal Crossing game I've played, so I don't know what other villagers are really out there. I haven't really looked into it. But yeah, if you guys enjoy this video, you know what to do, and until next time, I'll see you guys later. Bye! I don't know what I'm doing. Bye!